So yeah, hello everyone, back with another video. When we finished the Udupi circle, the next morning we woke up early, and then we visited the temples around the Sri Krishna Math. Pro tip: if you are going, either go before 7 o'clock or go after 8:30, because between 7 to 8:30 there is the Mahapuja, and the temple is closed for darshan. Then, like, you can see the Mahapuja standing in the queue, but you can't go inside until the entire Mahapuja is done, until the kakad is done, and when Sri Krishna, like, technically officially wakes up and he's ready to see his devotees. Until then you can't go inside. Once that is done you can go inside. So until then we didn't go inside. So what we did was, between 7 to 8:30 we reached there at something like 7:30. For that hour we roamed around and we saw the important temples around the Sri Krishna Math. So we saw the Ananteshwara temple. Then we saw the Chandramauleshwara temple. Then we also saw one small Ayyappa Swami temple. And after that we went inside to the Sri Krishna Matham. And once we went to the Sri Krishna Matham, I recommend get the special pass, the special entry. And once you get that special entry, the darshan will be pretty quick. So we had the darshan and we even received a portrait and prasadam for it. And after that, we saw the Vrindavan right outside. We saw Madhavacharya's life and history, and there's a very nice statue of Madhavacharya. And after that, we came back, we had breakfast, and we started for Sringeri. At Sringeri, we saw a beautiful places. We saw the Shankara temple. I also had to share one particular observation with you people. You can see on the Shankara temple, you will find Narsimha, you will find lots of Vishnu. On Shiva temple, generally, I have seen Vishnu more or less, but it's very difficult to spot Shiva on Vishnu temples. So have this in mind next time you go and explore stuff like that. I put photos of the Shankara temple, and around the Shankara temple we saw, of course, Adi Shankaracharya temple. After the Adi Shankaracharya temple we saw the Shardha Peeth, which is the greatest peeth according to Shankaracharya. And after that we saw the other temples and vicinity in that area. When we, after lunch, we started for Shankara Hills. So after Shankara Hills, so while we were walking to Shankara Hills, we again got to discussing. Like, I have this friend from Hyderabad. He's my college friend only. So he started asking me pointed questions like, "What is this philosophy? How does it matter?" And then I started discussing. By the way, management at Shankara Hills and Sringeri is, in my personal view, better than Udupi. I think there are lapses in management in Udupi because they don't really take care of the devotees there. But in Sringeri, there's air conditioning within the temple, outside the temple, and we, like, it was surreal experience. We went at like 2. Also, there's a weather difference. Udupi by itself is pretty humid. Sringeri is not humid. Sringeri is like and particularly on the day we went, it rained, so it was even better. So we went and the weather was really nice. At 2, even though it was sunny, I didn't feel hot because I was wearing a pancha. So when we went to these places, and in the evening while we were walking towards Shankara Hill, I originally had plans of doing Kere Hanuman, but Shankara Hill, the management is superlative. They have escalators right till the top, and the management is superlative. There's air conditioning everywhere. It's very well managed, and at the top, it was so windy. It was so beautiful. So hello everyone, we are here at Shankara Hills, and Shankaracharya is someone whose impact is underrated always. I, despite being a Advaita, respect him, because if he wasn't there, Hindu Dharma would have, not survived. He went, and especially this his expansionist vision at establishing those 4 pithas in 4 different corners of the country and making sure Dharma, the propagation of Dharma, the promulgation of Dharma stays intact. that is something only Shankaracharya could do. And this is the extremely beautiful view from Shankaracharya Hills. And this is Shankaracharya himself. So it's really beautiful. And in these different four corners, like this one, and the other two, there are statues of the different Pithadhipadis who were placed in charge of the peats that Adi Shankaracharya himself had created. So yeah, truly greatest of all time in promulgation, but greatest of all time in philosophy, someone else. That you already know. Talk to you later. Bye. Beautiful. I wish I could stay there literally. So after the Shankarite, and it provides a 360-degree view of the entire Western Ghats. I mean, at least that reason. And after that, there downstairs, like in the middle of the Shankara Hill, you see. हे मूळ हे जे दिसतंय ना हे जे हे मूळ आहे हे ते जे गोपूर दिसतंय ते ॲक्च्युअल शृंगेरीचं स्थान आहे शारदा पीठ आहे आणि तिथंच विद्याशंकर मंदिर आहे म्हणजे त्या पीठाचा जो ॲक्च्युअल देव आहे तो तिथंच आहे. आम्ही तिथून चालत आलो इथं. म्हणजे चारही पीठांवरती जे जे सगळ्यात आधी बसले त्यांचे सुद्धा स्टॅच्यूज लावून ठेवले आणि खुद्द करंट गादीवर बसलेल्या शृंगेरीच्या गादीवर बसलेल्या शंकराचार्यांची भगवत केली. अशा तऱ्हेने खूपच सुंदर आहे हे बघा. अतिशय सुंदर तर इतका सुंदर आहे. वारा इतकं सुंदर सुटलं आहे. There's a special area that describes Adi Shankaracharya's life. And this is the highlight of his career. Yes. Debate. Yes. Yes. He's saved by Narasimha Swami also. Sri Bhagavat Adi Shankaracharya Namah. Jai Sri Ram.
हे चारही त्यांनी बसवलेले पीठ आहेत. तर ते एक ज्योतिर्मठ आहे हे मला. इथं शारदा पीठ पण असेल कुठेतरी. काश्मीरचं शारदा पीठ असेल. हा हे असेल तर आय थिंक हे पशुपती मात आहे. हे बघा म्हणजे सुरुवात केली महाराष्ट्र ब्राह्मण ऑफर म्हणजे रामेश्वरम मध्ये मराठी ब्राह्मणच आहेत. म्हणजे हे पूर्ण करिअर आदिशंकराचं. इथं जरी आले लोक तरी इतकं सहज कळेल काय ह्याची. पण आपल्याकडे ना एक उपनिषदची जी फिलॉसॉफी आहे ना ती खूप भयंकर आहे. म्हणजे पुराणांची सगळे चार मठ म्हणजे क्वचितच लोक येतात हे त्यांनी ह्या आम्ही इथं आहोत ह्याच्यात मॉडेल आहे. हा
and there's a hand-drawn Ramayana competition. And after that, when we came down, we proceeded on the way to Kere Hanuman. But then we were like, nah, we don't really want to go to Kere Hanuman because let's go to the Kala Bhairava temple. Let's find something interesting. So we found there were two bridges that go to the Kala Bhairava temple. One was from the within the temple, and one was outside of the temple. So outside of the temple, while we were walking, we just saw souvenirs. We bought souvenirs. But when we outside of the temple, when we were going to the other bridge, that bridge was not at all illuminated, and it had turned 7-8 ish by the time 7 in particular. Sun had set, and it was pretty dark, and it was cloudy. So now in this scenario, and there was a dog sitting right on the bridge. So I was like, why not go through the temple? So we came back to the shoe shop and we asked him Kal Bhairav temple how to go, and he said, no, just use this unlit bridge. The Kal Bhairav temple is very close once you get down, and you can just walk there. So we just went and right in the middle of the bridge, and it looked like a pontoon bridge in night at least. So it started swaying a bit and it started raining. Oh, this is literally the Tunga river. We are on a bridge, just the two of us, and it's raining. And it's raining lightly. It's still raining. Amma. So it rained, thankfully it was a drizzle, but at that moment I was pretty scared because the bridge, well, is on the Tunga river, and the Tunga river is not really a thing to mess with. So even then, after that we got down, and it was kind of a surreal experience. We wanted to go to the Kal Bhairav temple first, but in the end somehow, let's say, we ended up in the Guru Nivas, and that experience I simply cannot share. It was superlative, and after that we came back and we just slept, and the next day we woke up and we set off to Belur, Halebedu. Finally we rested in the Bangalore, and at Bangalore we had lots of intimate conversations. Intimate as in personal one-on-ones. I personally had personal one-on-one conversations which I really enjoyed. So this was the schedule.